guess that's supposed to be George Washington, huh?
Can you do that?
You want to go look at it? Or
Maybe.
On June 14th, 1775, the Continental Congress enshrined into law the creation of a Continental Army. We celebrate. 1.
It seemed a little more than platonic.
The first of 13 named campaigns in Vietnam where they proved their mettle. Today, that same warrior spirit lives on. You'll know the name, and you'll know them by their iconic cap hats. Elite soldiers at the cutting edge. The legacy of grit and honor across the American frontier.
So there's the star.
More than 500 performances each year, both at home and around the world too. The Old Guard Fife and Drum Corps, everybody. Representing the Civil War era of our nation's history is the 4th Infantry Division based out of Fort Carson, Colorado.
There you go. Fort Carson, Colorado.
And history proved it right. The 82nd Airborne Division. The unit is best known for their bravery on D-Day, when 12,000 parachute and glider troops destroyed German supply lines after fighting Kentucky traces its lineage back to 1918 when it first established as the 101st Division. Known for their ability to rapidly deploy across the world, the unit has held sky. We're back down on the ground. In World War II, one vehicle led the charge, the legendary Ford 4x4 command recon vehicle, the Jeep. You might have a Jeep in your driveway, but not like this. The U.S. Army truck.
Why? See that blonde right there? Ooh.
The 82nd received the nickname All-Americans after a contest as it represented the diverse origins of its members from every state. This name remains today symbolized by their iconic AA patch. Fort Bragg. Nicknamed the Big Red One because of the distinctive red on their unit patch. As the oldest continuously serving division in the U.S. Army, the unit has participated in every major operation since World War I, living up to its motto, no mission too difficult, no sacrifice too great, to be. Its capabilities include up to 5,000 pounds off-road and 10,000 pounds on-road, making it ideal for moving just about anything. In the jungles of Vietnam, the U.S. Army faced a new kind of war. Helicopters became the new workhorses of battle, delivering troops, firepower, and supply everywhere that the Army was deployed. In World War II, the M16 half-track was the first to be reckoned with. It was a self-propelled anti-aircraft weapon, firepower, and grip. Nicknamed the Big Chopper, its quad 50 caliber round capabilities of 2,300 rounds of pellet. That devastating. It served through Korea, Vietnam, and remains in use in the U.S. today. The M16 half-track ready to fight wherever it goes. The U.S. Army Transportation Corps motto states, nothing happens until something moves. That was never more true than with this. Look at this, the 2.5-ton Chevrolet Doosan of South Korea, the United States, and other United Nations members defeated the invasion and advanced into North Korea. The coalition fought and defeated two Chinese offensives in the of 1951. Armistice negotiations began shortly after that. Offensive was launched in early 1991. Military forces overwhelmingly destroyed every Texas. After only 100 hours of ground combat, the coalition troops liberated Kuwait and well-coordinated the Iraq surrender. On to the Soviet Union to Iraq. ground attack missions. The Coyotes, Cobra, and Huey, ladies and gentlemen, three iconic Army symbols. In July 1943, the only one of its size in the U.S. military to receive specialized training for fighting in mountainous conditions. After periods spent inactive as a training division and as a standard infantry division, the unit returned to its roots in 1984 and in order to defeat the enemies of the United States of America. They are the 10th Mountain Division. Investments in cutting-edge systems, drone technology, and AI-powered capabilities strengthen the force, equipping... Military legends to service members and civilians alike, they take on terrorists through quiet guerrilla war-style missions in foreign countries. Ladies and gentlemen, the U.S. Army Special Forces. Over 80 nations have fought alongside the United States or assisted in during the global war on terrorism. Mechanisms ensure that the fleet of vehicles are ready. These mechanics get the job done. This convoy starts with the M777, a lightweight howitzer. These lightweight howitzers may not look particularly lightweight, but are made from titanium. They are 7,000 pounds lighter than their predecessor, the old M198, used by the armies in smaller, used by infantry brigades, particularly for aerosol missions. It was first used in Operation Desert Shield and Desert Storm in 1991. It is also seeing active use in Ukraine. The 7th Infantry Division stationed at Joint Base Lewis McChord has been seeing continuous combat action ever since activation in World War I. From Europe to the Aleutian Islands, today, the U.S. Army's mission is to deploy, fight, and win our nation's wars. How? By securing ready, prompt, and sustained land dominance by Army forces across the full spectrum of the conflict as part of the joint force. And spearheaded an amphibious invasion of Luzon and distinguished itself during the liberation of Manila. After periods spent inactive and stationed in Germany from 1963 to 65, the division operated as the 11th Air Assault Division, the division of testing and refining the Army's helicopter-centric air mobility doctrine. Activated once again in June of 2022, they remain dedicated to defending America's interests throughout the Arctic.
We're always ready to deploy within 18 hours, and we're going to mission that
Coming to you.
ready to see
Now, let's go on to the future of Army Ready. Tradition. Organizationally, the Reserve's roots lie in a medical reserve corps established back in 1908 to provide a ready reserve of medical manpower. This organization was folded into the new offices of the Officers Reserve Corps in 1917. Reserve organizations furnished crucial manpower to the Army during World War I and emerged in 1920. Best and brightest to serve their country as Army officers. Founded back in 1802 by President Thomas Jefferson, West Point is the home of the Long Gray Line, a legacy of courage and excellence that includes 77 Medal of Honor recipients, 2 U.S. presidents, Grant and Eisenhower, and numerous generals, including John J. Pershing, Douglas MacArthur, and Norman Schwarzkopf. Ready, the Bastard Brigade continues to adapt to new threats while staying rooted. Founded in 1842, the Citadel is the third oldest of the senior military colleges and is known for its Corps of Cadets. Fought to preserve the Union. Among them, 5 future presidents and the first recipients of a brand new military decoration, the Medal of Honor. With independence won, our nation's westward expansion began. The Army moved in step, guarding settlers as native scouts lived